the TUTORO Chain Oiler. It's cheaper than a Scottoiler, but is it any good? Hello folks, welcome back to the garage, and this time I'm looking at an alternative of a chain oiler to a conventional Scottoiler. Scottoilers are great, no problems with them at all. I have had them fitted on previous bikes, but I wanted to try this new product and see exactly what it was like. I've had this fitted now to the Cross Runner for 6 months. Say, hand on heart, for me it's been a much easier item to fit and also an easier item to live with than a Scottoiler. When you buy the product, you get the reservoir, this silver shield which rotates round. You can see the clear plastic reservoir there, a couple of brackets and enough hose bolts to be able to mount it to almost any single bike on the market. Unlike a Scottoiler, which requires either plugging into the bike's electrics or plugging into the vacuum system of the bike's engine, the TOTORO uses a valve which vibrates. As the bike moves, the valve in the center here vibrates. That releases a bit of oil and it then comes round the hose. On this bike I've mounted it using a small bolt behind here, which is fine as long as you have no intention of using the Honda genuine panniers. This arm is a supporting bracket for the pannier and would normally be covered in a rubber bung, which is then bolted at the back here. What I've then done is the hose comes round the back of the foot peg leg, up the back here, down under the frame, round the back of the frame, down in front of the front sprocket, under the gear change, comes across here and then goes down the chain guard before emanating out here. Just to give you some idea of prices, the entry-level Scottoiler, which is their vacuum system, comes in at £100. This little puppy, which is the patrol kit, so it's their basic entry-level kit, comes in at £82. You then have two other versions of the kit. The only difference between the kits is a Trek and Adventure kits come with progressively more adapters. The Adventure kit also comes with every accessory that TOTORO actually make, and you get two 500ml bottles of the oil. Talking of oil, a replacement bottle of oil, Scottoiler, would cost you around about £11 or about £15 if you wanted the spout. The TOTORO oil, which is probably of a very similar quality and grade, comes in at £7.40. So it is a cheaper product, not only to purchase but also to live with. As I said, I've had this fitted to the bike now since October, and honestly it's so easy to operate. All you do is turn this valve. When the two orange dots are parallel and aligned, the tap is closed like that. So that is the tap closed. For me, I found that about 1/8 of a turn, so that far, is enough to give me the amount of oil onto the chain without giving me a massive amount of overspray on the bike and on the number plate. To mount it and to prime it, everything you need is in the manual. from simple items such as, does it have to be vertical? Well, for the TOTORO to work properly, the answer to that is yes. So you've got a maximum deflection of no more than 12 degrees, right the way through to actually how to prime it. So to prime the system, once you've got it mounted, is so easy. All you do, fill it to the maximum line, which you can see quite easily, not with the stone guard on though. Turn this 4 turns anti-clockwise, so that's it then in its primed position. Put the lid back on, put the magnet on top of the lid, and then the magnet lifts the valve plunger, which then allows oil into the system. You then sit there watching the oil go through the system that you've already mounted. When it comes out by the rear sprocket, then remove the magnet. TOTORO recommend that once you've primed it, you then turn the tap completely to the off position and then go by half a turn, ride it, see what it's like. Is it too much? Is it too short a flow? And adjust it to what you actually require. During the depths of winter, I might adjust this more to say that, so I'll just get a little bit more oil on the chain during the worst part of the year. If you are fortunate enough to live in a country that you have regular days above 30 degrees centigrade, TOTORO do actually offer you an alternative oil, which is probably of a thinner construction. Thank you very much, folks, for watching this short video on the TOTORO Chain Oiler. I hope it's been of interest, and maybe some of you that are looking at a chain oiler would consider one of these. I can highly recommend them. If you've liked the video, please consider giving that subscription button a little tickle. It would be much appreciated, and I'd love to have you along and get your comments. As ever, stay safe, folks, and keep rubber side down.